welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome, love. If you're old, thank you for watching. So today we are going to be talking about the restaurant that is being exposed at Menlyn, which is called as a Babel, same way, like you can pronounce it anyway, but that's how I'm gonna say it today. A young lady by the name of Umihlali came out and to expose the restaurant because she felt like some of the things they were doing was not right. But before we get into that, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and guys, please don't forget to watch the ads and click this thank you button because you're helping grow the channel. Nonetheless, okay, guys, before we get into anything, please get yourselves something to drink. So today we decided to switch things a little bit. I decided to be classy and be that babe because I'm always coming here. I won't give. So a young girl by the name of Umihlali, I'm just gonna post it up here, was exposing the new restaurant in Menlyn for mistreating their employees, which the restaurant is called Babel. I am going to post 3 videos where she's explaining the whole situation, and then I'll come back with also my commentary, but we're gonna post the first video up next.
Guys, the restaurant that I'm about to expose, I'm sure they've broken every right at the Labor Relations Act. Just opened, it's in Menlyn. I've been working there for a few days now. So what happened is I went for a job interview. I showed them my CV and my socials, and I was hired on the spot. And then they told me that I should buy a uniform for this job, right? So a cross belt, a white shirt, black shorts, black apron, black shoes. I was like, okay, you know what? It's fine. I'm going to buy those things because I'm just grateful that I got the job. It was a bit for me at first because I was like, I've worked at other places previously and I've never had to buy my own uniform. But I was like, hey, it's whatever. I went to work the next day and then there was just like, oh, guys, there were more things piling up. As waitresses, Zitibana, we have to buy our own equipment, right? I didn't know about that. So basically, equipment is a bottle opener, a cigar cutter, ndona enye, e-cigarette lighter, cigar lighter, yeah, but like you buy all of these things yourself out of your own pocket. Mind you, I had just spent 1,000 rand on just the uniform, excluding alterations, excluding the transport fees, and now I have to buy the equipment myself. But I was like, you know what, it's fine. This was 10 years into because ndiyafuna usebenza. I had all of these things within the second day that I was working there, only to find out that there is no contract. There is nothing that is legally binding between you and the restaurant. You just go there, you work. If you get fired, you get fired because there's no contract. More so 10. How are you going to defend yourself? That was the second red flag for me, actually. And then they were like, we don't have a basic salary. As not basic salary, you make imali kwi-tips. This wasn't discussed with me prior. Ndiva ngoku emsebenzini ba you make imali kwi-tips. There's like a mandatory tip of 10% that they bill to the customer. But even that 10% tip, the restaurant takes about, I think it's 20%, 30%. I stand to be corrected. Something about breakage and leverage, I don't know. So glad 10%, they still take imali etil. And when you come into work, you have to pay what they call a runner fee, which is 200 rand. So basically, a runner is someone that assists the waitress. And then you also have to pay your runner at the end of the night. Mhlawumbi wrong, or maybe I don't know how things work, but all of this seemed extreme to me, especially considering the fact that we don't have a basic salary. So fine, I worked there. My first day, it was not smooth sailing because it is my first day. Yes, I've worked at other places, but it's my first time working here. I'm still trying to learn how things work up. Guys, when I tell you what I went through at that restaurant, Zang, I have never gone through that in my entire life, even in my personal life. The way that they treat us, even the way that they talk to us, they make us feel less than, they belittle us. Asina break, you work from 1 p.m. up until 2 a.m. the next day. There's no break. You have to sneak maybe a Red Bull in the bathroom or outside in the corner, even if you're eating ipie yakho. Uyitya like unexhala ba a manager is gonna walk in and scold you for that. It's so, guys, ibuhlungu into eyenzeka phaa, and I just felt like I had to speak up because there is no ways. I don't even know if the customers know that the employees are being treated this way. Intsha kratsa kum yonke le nto ba, you know. But I was like, let me suck this up, yabo. Let me just try my best to make imali. But it's even hard to make kwalamali tips because you find that most of the managers, they're friendly with some of the waitresses. So you could be standing there whole day and not even get tables because they're giving it afile kwichomi zabo wena awuzosebenza. For example, last week Sunday, I went home with a debt to the restaurant. I ended up having to owe the restaurant 20 rand because of leverage and breakage and whatnot. After working from 1 p.m. up until 2 a.m., I ended up owing them. Excuse me. For example, today, I've worked so hard, but just because andinikwa itafile mna, mhlambi customers will come, they'll say no itafile kabani bani leyana, no customer kabani bani. You're like, okay, sharp, sure, I see how this is. Today I went home with 100 rand tips. I went home with 100 rand tips today after working from 1 p.m. up until 2 a.m. And I was like, you know what? Ibhlungu lento, but it's okay. It's okay. So before work started, we complained that the cutlery are short, things are slow in the kitchen. Then they were like, we are losing the cutlery, therefore everybody is getting fined 200 rand. How are we losing the cutlery? Who is taking it home? Who is losing it where? Like Siphelele kula restaurant, they search our bags when we go home. So where is it being lost? So basically, we are buying a cutlery here restaurant because they find all of us 200 rand. That accountant or whatever she is, she gave me this 100 rand. Maybe I tip yakho find a tata. Then the manager came to me. She's like, Mihlali, we know you're not on the WhatsApp group, but we're finding everyone 200 rand. Does I up?
So guys, I don't want to make this video very long because there is a lot that has happened since she has posted that video, hence why I love waiting a day or two before I talk about the training topic because there is more. So I'm gonna post the second video and I'll back with the rest of my commentary.
Nanku ke part 2 wam. So ndimbuzo sisiba ndizayifumana phi because ninike 100 rand my tips for the day. This is how much I made from working from 1 p.m. up until 2 a.m. ndenze 100 rand. So ndizayifumana phi 200 rand ye-cutlery fine. They're like, no, like basically mandizame ndibanike because imali yabo I owe them. Guys, when I tell you my tears were here, like I told myself that, you know what, I'm gonna go home because this is cruel. Like ningolile. Like basically I'm gonna be left at a negative 100 rand after working so many hours because Nina, you don't want to buy your stock or inventory. What is it called as a restaurant? Like besides that, the way that they speak to us, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the previous in the part 1, the way they speak to you, ingati awuyonto, ngathi if you even doubt ba kanti ekhaya ndiyathandwa okanye why ndilapha. So basically this other manager, she comes to me and then she's like, tshintsha hairstyle yakho. And I'm like, she's like, ungabuya apha emsebenzini nale hairstyle. Mind you, work ends at 2 a.m. Then we have to be there at 1 p.m. So where am I going to find the time to take out these braids and do another hairstyle? I got no reason why Mandy's change. And I know 3 other girls that work with the same hairstyle. So I was so confused. Like, ingati they were out to get me because I'm new, or maybe they didn't want me there. Because I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the part 1, but even when I came into work today, they were like, Koduka Zopangela, we were demoting you. Just because I was slow on my first day and still trying to learn the ropes, we're demoting you. I'm like, guys, can I please work? Because Ndilapa. I bought the uniform, I paid the transport to come here. Abafuni ivasana. Ngelaka, they let me work, but at what cost? Because I only made 100 rand because it is yavalwa for abantu babo. So I'm like, I tell this manager, I'm like, I can change my hairstyle within a few days. She's like, ungaze emsebenzini unale hairstyle. She's speaking English. Yabazi wethu, but ke mna ke ndithetha isiXhosa sam. Uthi, don't come back to work unale hairstyle ngomso, which is Friday. Today is Friday, yeah. So I'm like, Like, guys, yo, indlela basiphatha ngayo phayana, but more so especially me, like especially mna, because ndimtsha andazi noba kwenzeka ntoni politics aphayana, but ibuhlungu. Some other girls told me that before I worked there, they called them for a meeting and they said that babi nimbatshe nemilenze, babanike i-gift card zikaMac, bathengani i-makeup, yenzani i-makeup nibabi. How do you say that to people? Like, guys, into yenzeka pha ibuhlungu. It's so painful and they fine us for everything. Ngathi benza imali ngathi. Your hair is not up to their standard, fine. Your nails are not done, fine for yonke into nje. Ingathi we are fueling the restaurant. That's noba ndilibize kakuhle la gama, but ingathi sithi ngoku abaqhuba le restaurant. Yho. No, guys, I thought I should speak up because ibuhlungu into yenzeka pha. Like, yeah, I need a serious investigation. I'm mhlawumbi soft. Maybe I don't know how things work, but no ways. The first day I worked there, I came home with blisters, bendisopha, guys, because my feet were so sore. Like, but I told myself I'm gonna work hard, I'm gonna prove myself, but toxic like environment. They are so mean. The managers, like, mean girls on 100. I told myself mna anayile 210 ndizogoduka mna. The fuck off apanda. That goduka, guys. I like, and now apparently they were looking for me, saying I owe them tomorrow mandize nemali. Uban endichola phi imali. Like, basically, I spent so much money. I spent so much money, guys, on literally on all of this, like equipment, intoni. Lungisan, if anyone from that restaurant sees this video, lungisani indlela enenza izinto.
So guys, upon watching the second video, obviously this she had not posted the third part, so I'm just going to mention a few things that really caught my eye. So someone in the comment section, this is someone I really know personally, and I'm just like, what? So someone said, I worked at Muloko though, it's the same owners, the same management. I remember I worked and was not paid for 3 months. Can you imagine coming back and going back to work with not being paid, on top of that working tedious hours? Until I decided to quit. Ngapa, they have high standards that we must keep up. And the girl was like, yo, I'm sorry. And the guy was like, it's okay. And then the guy king goes on to say, true, I worked there and I left because I wasn't paid for 3 months. I reported and they still didn't care. Guys, because what is this? Then it is Sana, the manager is always posting waitress runners needed sent. I can send CV on WhatsApp. Now I see why. People are probably always quitting. Honestly, with that kind of treatment, I would quit too. So the restaurant in question, I'm gonna post the video of it and then I'll come back with the rest of my commenting. So guys, apologies if you hear any noise or background noise. It's a Sunday, it's windy, and like I said, I don't live alone, I live with people, so you know. But it's him, Sana. In the comment section, someone said, Sana, Babel traumatized me. I'm glad someone spoke up. And another user asked, how was your experience? And she's like, everything she said, I can relate. It was horrible. The management is so rude to us, especially the ladies. We work so many hours for nothing because we always owe them money. What do you mean? Guys, because what do you mean? So of course, upon that story being released, it obviously ended up on Twitter, which made me very happy because this was the first time I've seen Twitter fight for someone like this, apart from something so weird. So they're like, this is Stephanie Cohen, is it Cohen, the owner of Babel Menlyn, that exploits its employees. Department of Labor, please visit this place. We cannot have people being treated like trash in the workplace, and I agree. You see now, if if I had the means to contribute to do anything to just help the girl, I would. Of course I don't, but one thing I meant to say is that I applaud her for being brave enough to speak, because most people don't, because they're scared of what other people are going to say. But you know what, I applaud her for that, and if anything, I wish her nothing but the best for future endeavors. Then this is the owner of the place at Babel. This is how the owner looks, and then people are like, making your employees buy their own uniform and equipment, not paying them a wage, and forbidding them from taking breaks is crazy, and basically modern day slavery. This restaurant is evil and disgusting. Why are y'all still open? I always say restaurants like this that have bad reviews earlier on in their career or launch, whatever, because this restaurant was recently opened, like this year. It opened this year, if I'm not wrong. And one thing I must say is that when you have bad reviews as king earlier on in the king industry, you're not going to last as a restaurant, because you need to, be different, but weirdly enough, it says, someone says in the comments that the same management as Moloko, but not that I have heard anything bad about Moloko. It's just, it's weird though, but anyway. And I will always love EFF, because this is what EFF decided to release a video statement. EFF in 20 knows the viral social media video alleging workers' exploitation at Babel restaurant in Menlyn, Saturday, 4th September 2024. This is the EFF thing. I'm not going to read it because I know I'm going to make the video too long if I start reading, but it basically just points out how employees are being forced to buy their own uniform and equipment and are not being paid, and contracts are not put into it, meaning it's unethical and exploitation, and they lack practices of labor. This is the other page. You can pause and read, guys. I'm not gonna but and mistreating their employees. And a very interesting comment was pointed out that these are the conditions that make South Africans lazy. So it's easy to subject Zimbabwean nationals to such awful working hours because they won't report you and they won't risk deportation. I want Babel to be made an example out of. I need this place to pay. Guys, I literally need this place to pay because what they are doing. And someone mentioned that it's only ladies that are experiencing this. If you watch the video, guys, you realize that she had to pay she had to take out money for a number of things she didn't have to or wouldn't have to, if obviously they were following proper labor thing labor rules put into it, or laws. Yes, let me say laws. Obviously when you get to a student, you need to provide a uniform, equipment, and on time goes on, you make your money, your tips and all that, fine, sure. But she had to pay a runner, she had to pay for equipment, she had to buy her own uniform, which cost like close to 1,000. As someone who's unemployed, that's a lot of money, honestly. So she released a part 3 of the video series that she made about the restaurant. I'm gonna post it up next and I'll come up with the rest of my commentary.
So since I posted the video Izolo, some of the managers at Babel did try to call me, contact me, but I've not been returning their calls or their messages. One of the managers even went as far as DMing me on Instagram, offering to refund me for a uniform as well as the equipment in exchange for me taking down the video. Obviously, I did not respond to them. And it really saddens me because they think this is really just about the money. Yes, I did incur financial loss, but it's more about the principle. I thought that they would admit their wrongdoing and try to better the working conditions of their employees, but I don't think they see themselves in the wrong. They have gone as far as asking or making the employees report my account, report my videos. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm a student, but I'm also a part-time content creator. So apps like Instagram and TikTok, that's where I make a little bit of extra money. So them trying to get my account taken down is cruel because they are now taking my last source of income, or at least trying to, but hopefully it's not going to work iplan yabo. Yeah, so since I posted la video, there are abantu in my DM who have been sharing their testimonies, telling me about the experiences that they have had at Babel and other restaurants and clubs as well. It's really disheartening and heartbreaking, and I really hope that these restaurants can make an effort to right their wrongs and better the working conditions of the employees, because I just want to say thank you to you guys for all of the support. I see you guys in the comments, I see you guys leaving bad reviews under Google. You guys have even posted the video on Twitter, it's going viral. You guys have made such a great effort to create awareness. So I really appreciate what you guys are doing, because you're not only helping me, you're also helping the employees who are still working at Babel, because mna I quit mos ansaphangelipa. And I want to thank the people who have gone the extra mile, because there are people in my DMs who've been offering me job opportunities, who've been plugging me with job vacancies, trying to lessen the impact of the situation that Babel has put me in. And I want to say thank you for the EFF, especially for the action that they are taking against Babel. They released a statement. They said that they're going to go to Babel to make sure that employees are passing their employment contracts, basic salary, and whatnot. So thank you so much to the EFF. It just goes to show how united we are as a country and how powerful social media can be. So I just want to thank everybody for all of the support, basically.
Guys, it's very weird that the managers are now calling and contacting her, after they treated her so badly. But South Africa, let's wake up. After they treated her so badly. And this is what Molly had to say, which is on the girls. Like, thank you guys for all the support. I will try to respond to everyone's message and comment within a few days, as I'm under a lot of academic pressure right now and I have a lot of messages coming in. For me, I feel like that's what you might call this, that's I don't want to say a blessing, but that shows how much as a country we can unite and come together and fix something when we see a problem. And wow, you know what, big ups to South Africa and big ups to her, because if she did not come on to TikTok and tell us a story, I don't think any other employee was going to. So big ups to her. And then this is what was said: another poisonous creature, an evil manager. He's now instructing the staff to report Mihlali's videos. Babel, your numbers are numbered. Honestly, even if they can report her video, we have videos, we have screenshots, we have saved the video, so there is nothing the guy can do, Shem. And to think that the guy was even reporting her social media platforms, and that's where she makes a little bit of money from. Wow. These companies don't want to be exposed. You can see. And then this is what was said: dear Home Affairs, can you please investigate Stephen Cohen, owner of Babel, if he is in our country legally? Since he's French, he must have bought his documents from Home Affairs to make it legally in our country, or married to a South African woman with fake documents. We need answers, honestly, because I don't understand why he would treat people like this. Even if he's not from the country, this is just not a right way to treat people. If honestly, I want to say thank you to Mihlali for telling us the story. Wouldn't have not known what is happening in the restaurant industries and how they treat their employees. I wish her nothing light, love, the best. That is the scoop of the hour, guys. If you like such content from me, please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Love you guys.